This show is part of the Drowning Man Podcast Network. Visit drowningmanpodcasts.com.
This is for Feb 28.
Yeah.
February 28th.
God, February is a short month.
You know,
Only this year.
I mean, 3/4 of the time, it's a very short month. And 1/4 of the
Usually
time,
it's really a long month.
it's
actually.
a pretty short
one of the
month,
longest months
but not
of
a
the year.
really short month.
time is an arbitrary social construction. Thank you. Thank you, hat trick.
1/4 of the time, it's 29 days.
A fourth or a quarter?
That's the same thing.
No, it isn't. I can spend one of those. The other one I have to buy.
You're wasting all the time. Another hour gone. Did you hear the chime? You're wasting all the time. Recorded for Thursday, February 28th, 2019.
John almost fucked it up again.
I totally almost said 2017.
Wow.
I'm like going backwards.
And hello.
How regressive.
Hi,
Welcome to Wasting All the Time.
A podcast.
My name is Dave.
I'm John.
I'm Cody.
And we are going to waste all of your time now that we have clarified who we are.
And who screws up the date?
Yep.
Pro tip.
You know,
it's John.
if we had not wasted so much time with this podcast, it probably would still be 2017 right now.
That's right.
That's why I keep screwing it up.
We are responsible for a lot of the world moving the way it does.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We are literally changing the world every time we do this podcast.
Scientists that study time have to account
Timologists.
for our wastage
Yeah,
in their calculations.
absolutely.
All right. Well, this is episode 309.
Wow.
And we are going to kick it off with a little segment that goes like this.
Kick it in the face.
Twitter shins.
Welcome to Twittershin Rapidballs, where we find the top 3 tweets on the entire internet, and I keep forgetting. It makes Dave angry when I do that wrong. Welcome to Twittershin's Rapidball, where we find the top 3 tweets on the entire internet. Read them for your listening pleasure. Our pundits answer. They decide. You keep listening. Number 3, from Jeffrey Paul McMorrow, at McMorrowPaul. When do I receive the 20 Mbps you promised in your email of 2/5/19, John?
Okay, so we're really working hard to get you that 20 megabytes per second, and you know, the internet elves, you know, there's only so many of them to go around, and you know, they can only carry about 1 megabyte a piece at a time. And so, you know, we're a startup, and so we don't have as many internet elves, and we didn't expect so many people to all sign up at the same time. And so, you know, once the breeding program is fully off the ground, you know, we'll be able to get you that 20 megabytes per second. But for now, you're just gonna have to wait, because like every second that an internet elf is having sex in order to procreate is a minute that they can't be carrying a megabyte for your computer. So we're really sorry, but we're expecting like probably 9 months.
John doesn't know the difference between megabits and megabytes. Dave, rebuttal.
Hey, oh man, according to our records, we already sent you those. And if you didn't receive them or were unhappy with their condition when they arrived, you're going to have to call back and start the process all over again.
Dave has definitely said that in real life. Number 2, from Sabrina at what the hell? Sausage22. Cashton becoming for Luke's silver boots. I wonder if they share shoes, Dave?
Hi, yeah, guess what? I'm really glad you brought up Cashton and Luke, because they're some of our first and biggest people in this program of shoe sharing. It's called Shoe Share International. And if you save fast, you're awesome. Basically, we want everyone to have feet comparator protectors. And the way you do that is by having matching shoes, only online.
Can't wait to get me some feet comparator protectors. John Rebuttal.
Okay, so I'm not supposed to tell people about this, but really it's the silver shoes. They just, you have to duel for them. So it's not really a sharing situation. It's more that, Keston won the silver shoes from Luke after defeating him in a duel. There's also a silver shirt, a silver hat, and a silver hammer that complete the set and give you an outfit bonus that's +3 to critical, +4 MP, and a 4% chance for your spells to critical. So it's a good set.
John's wrong twice in a row. That's a garbage set bonus. Number 1 top tweet on the entire internet from Wendy Anderson at WendyAnn622. Is that my dinner? She is getting ready, says Thor. John?
Okay, Thor, that's kind of a regressive sort of glimpse at the sexual politics. Natalie Portman is a really stunning actress who is an Academy Award nominee. I think she won one too. I can't remember, but she doesn't have to be cooking you dinner just because you're like big and blonde and beautiful. She can be a scientist in the Marvel universe instead, and that's probably why you and her character broke up. Honestly, off screen even, and I know you're not used to people like giving you grief like this, but I've just been a real big fan, and so this was a very disappointing thing to read from you. And so if you could not do that anymore, that would be great, because it's really getting in the way of the fanfic I'm writing.
John really made that one Hemsworth it. Dave, rebuttal.
Oh boy, Wendy. Is this like some slash fic that you're writing here, where you got Thor and a she? I'm not sure what property that comes from, but I'd be really interested in reading more. So if you want to go ahead and hook me up, give me a call. I've been waiting for a call back from you for quite a while, and now would be a great time. Also, dinner. How about supper? Let's do supper from now on.
There's a lightning quick response from Dave. This has been an extraterrestrially amazing version of... Oh, wow.
All right. Well, we hope you enjoyed that. And now we're going to do something different.
Wait. Would you say it is different in an entire sense?
No.
No, it's now
there are shared characteristics between what we just did and what we were about to do.
Okay.
But it's got a different little jingle to go for it. So that's different.
So the difference isn't complete?
No. That would be borrowing.
What have you been up to? To what up have you been?
The borrowers are just thieves. They just stole things. There's no moral gray area.
Well, I think that the thieves are just borrowers.
They just borrow things.
Mm-hmm. They're not great about returning them always.
Well.
All right. Well, this is, of course, the segment where we talk about what we've been up to. Mm-hmm. So let's think about that real quick.
Well, when this releases, I will have been back from Utah.
Cool.
To going to Life, the Universe, and Everything, LTUE, a science fiction and fantasy writing symposium. It is a lot of fun. There's a lot of authors, a lot of friends I've made out there who never come visit me in California. That's okay.
It's okay. The weather is so much better in Utah.
Except, no, there's snow. Yeah. We recently, basically Jenny and I were going to drive out there with our author friend, M. Todd. And then I was going to drive back with M. Todd because Jenny had to leave early. And Jenny has a nice Jeep with like a snow off-road mode. And I have a 2012 four-door coupe. And I was like, we'll drive back. And oh no. Oh, that's snow.
Yeah.
Like any snow on the ground in my car would probably just cease to function anyway. So I bought a plane ticket back.
There you go.
Well, all right. Well, it's 2 hours back instead of 8.
Yeah.
And no driving in snow
Yeah.
because I hate that.
Yeah. Once you have to put the chains on, it's a pain in the ass.
Especially on freaking 2012 Avenger. Like, it's not built for that at all.
Yeah.
So hopefully by the time this comes out, I'll have made it back safe and my plane will not have crashed into a
I'd be
horrific
interested
firing ball.
to know if the Avenger even takes tire chains or if you have to use tire cables.
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh.
That's how much I don't drive in the snow, because I never checked.
Yeah. That would be,
Yeah. That'd be weird.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it.
don't do it.
Still streaming.
Practical Rook.
Ragnar Rook.
All right. Well, I've been playing Minecraft and living life.
Nice. Yeah. I have been revisiting a game from my youth.
Shirt poker.
No.
Strip canasta.
No.
Okay, I'm out. I'm tapped.
No. Friend of the show and multiple time guest, Brooks Chris,
Oh, yeah.
had been posting on Facebook a lot about he just got Kingdom Hearts 3, and it made me want to go and replay through Kingdom Hearts 1. I had some fun memories, and so I've been doing that, and it's still pretty fun.
All right. That's what we've been up to.
Causing trouble.
And now we will be up to moving it right along.
Ooh, that was delightful.
Thanks.
Upwards, downwards, forwards, backwards. I say we go fruitwards.
Well, now it's time to play Fruitwards. Fruitwards is a game we play utilizing cards of two kinds and colors. Red cards are nouns and green cards are adjectives. We will draw one card of each color and improvise a scene inspired by these words. Dave, draw the cards.
All righty.
That internet elf was definitely post-sex.
Post coitus. All right. I will do that, and it will be Morbid Vendors.
Hey, can I interest you in one of these coats here? They're made from the finest Muppet skin.
I'm sorry, Muppet skin?
Muppet skin.
And you've made entire coats out of them?
Yes, yes. Do you know how many Muppets went into this coat?
No, it's like floor length.
Yep. That's 6 Muppets right there.
Wow. Okay, is it warm? Like, do they keep you warm in the
Oh, it's
winter?
very warm. It's all felt, you know.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. I don't know what I was expecting. Are they endangered though? I don't want to be buying anything that's part of this endangered animal damaging.
Each Muppet is its own unique personality. So you could say that, as a class, there's plenty, but each of these unique Muppets is now extinct.
Okay. Wait, so like the coat has its own personality, you might say?
Yeah, that's why it's so valuable.
Hey there, Tony.
Oh, hey there.
Hey, the truck's around the back.
Oh,
I've got a whole new shipment.
right. Of the whole Muppets.
Oh, yeah. Very fresh. Some of them a little extra fresh, if you know what I mean.
Oh, really?
I wanted the coat to maintain the patina of a living Muppet.
That makes sense. Yes.
So I tricked them.
So you got live Muppets in that truck?
Oh, yeah. This isn't just the typical surprise jump out and get them.
Mm-hmm.
This time I had to talk them into it.
Wow.
Who? So you're a Muppet,
Oh, yeah.
and you're selling Muppet coats.
Yeah.
Are you not afraid he's going to turn you into a coat?
But then how's he going to get access? I'm his inside man.
Exactly.
That's kind of barbaric.
Plus, no one would want to wear Kevin as a coat.
I mean,
Even if it's alliterative, it's not tempting enough.
how much for Kevin?
Kevin?
Yeah.
He's, I don't know. I mean, he's my guy on the inside, you know?
My
Without-
coat is luscious
Right? That's kind of what I'm saying.
and very pure and never mind, I'm not going to say that. And a very uniform coat.
600?
Look, this is my whole business,
Ah,
you know? So,
Were I to be the unfortunate receiver of the bad end of the stick, certainly my skin would make a very fine doublet or something like that.
And you could almost get a whole garment out of just his skin.
Right? He's pretty big for a Muppet.
You wouldn't have to
Lots
patch
of
it all together.
folds and hanging bits here.
I like the hanging bits, honestly.
Hanging
That's
bits
kind of
are
what drew
good.
me in.
Yeah.
800?
I mean, he does have a whole truck.
But
full
I
of
happen
Muppets
to
right
know that my services are so valuable.
now. I mean, maybe I could breed some of them. We don't have to steal them off the street anymore.
I mean, you're the expert. You're the businessman. I just see what I want.
That I'm not really considering myself at risk.
That's what makes it more. That's why I want it, though.
1,200.
Let's do 1,200.
1,200. Okay. Hey, Kevin.
Yeah, Tony.
Hey, I want to show you something in this box over here.
Yeah? Is it more of the good stuff? Oh, Tony, why? Why you do this?
Just
Oh.
gotta get the stuffing out of his head.
The agony makes it a little sweeter, I think.
What is this coughing liquid? Oh.
Do you take Bitcoin?
Yeah, that should be fine.
I think it was fantastic that you knew exactly what a Muppet voice was. And that was immediately apparent that you were a Muppet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm losing it now. Not
All right,
sustainable.
let's do another Muppet scene.
Okay.
Damn it.
Time to switch it up here. All right, let's do another one. Let's make it philosophical meeting.
Okay, so Aristotle, do you have the minutes from the last meeting?
I think so. Get it? Because I have, yeah, right here.
Are you doing a Descartes thing?
Yeah, right? Because
Yeah.
it's philosophy. We all kind of got to share material, you know?
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine.
I'm trying to
Whatever.
cross discipline here. I'm really trying to set this
yeah.
up to be a group think exercise.
Sure, whatever. Plato, any new action items?
Well, not really. I was just thinking about shapes.
Shapes.
Yeah, I like shapes. I do.
Shapes.
Mhm.
Okay. Where are you on that cave thing you were talking about last meeting?
I
Go and
don't-
sit in a cave?
don't remember.
Okay.
This whole shape thing has really taken my imagination.
Okay. Well, we'll pencil that in as an action item for next time.
Oh, good.
For you
Okay.
to figure out, what you're doing with the shapes.
Very good. All right.
Maybe you could put the shapes in the cave. See if something interesting
need to-
happens with that.
I need to figure out what the shapes are
Okay.
before I can put them anywhere.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Aristotle, where are you working on these days?
Thinking. I like to think a lot about stuff.
Where are we on the humors?
They're hilarious. I'm
Okay.
doing a great job. I crack myself up. That's honestly the most important part, I think.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. So the
Like, they're funny. They crack me up. Therefore, I'm funny.
they are
Right?
funny. Yeah.
Right?
Bodily fluids are funny.
Right.
We have shown that. Have you figured out anything else about them?
There's like 12 of them. I'm going to try to narrow that down, maybe to like
Maybe
four
like
or five-ish?
Yeah,
4 or
that's
5-ish?
good.
I don't
That's
know.
good. That's good.
Because
I like it.
Like spit and pee are super important.
They are. Yeah.
Beyond that, I'm just trying to. Oh, blood's important.
Got to keep blood. Yeah.
I guess beyond that,
Poop.
is it a
Gotta keep-
fluid though? It's a semi-solid.
But it's also
lot of-
funny.
A lot of the times when I'm out in the woods,
Uh-huh.
my poop becomes a liquid fluid.
So
Cool
what,
story, Schopenhauer.
What? God damn it! Is it always a liquid though? Like, does it change its state? Can it be a humor if it
Well-
is at any point a solid?
You see, when I poop out the liquid
Mm-hmm.
and I observe it upon the forest floor,
Sure.
it slowly disappears over time, but it doesn't change.
So it's only a humor if it's a liquid.
I believe that the earth claims it for its own.
Well, Earth is greedy and flat. Yeah.
I don't think so.
Well, I'll agree to disagree.
Okay.
I'm Greek or Roman, so I'm definitely right.
Yeah, very much.
Okay, I'm going to pencil in another action item for next meeting.
For poop.
For Aristotle and Schopenhauer to, get together, in the interim and figure out this poop thing.
Okay, hello. I would like to talk about Superman. He is my favorite cartoon.
Okay. So Friedrich, yeah. Mr. Nietzsche.
Yeah. Superman is like this idea of like what could be really good.
Uh-huh.
And I imagine that it's something that we could all aspire to, like to be from Krypton would be so cool.
That would be, yes.
The way that I would do it is also by being smart first when I am born.
Okay.
And then when I crash the rocket, actually I would land it carefully.
Okay.
Into the field, and then I would tell the people what I was doing as a baby. Then you are starting at an earlier part of the career,
right,
as an advanced creature, so that you become the Superman.
Okay, as opposed to the whole Clark Kent persona, you just always be Superman.
It's me.
Okay,
but the thing is, if you're a Superman, you're still just an animal. So you can't make any choices beyond that which an animal makes.
Well, it can be argued that actually man of all of the beasts has primacy over the rest because of his advanced thinking.
That's the problem with the word advanced, is it denotes some kind of superiority where animal decisions, I'm Richard Dawkins, of course, is clearly only made on an instinctual or survival basis, so advanced is not.
Wait a second, you're Richard Dawkins?
Sure.
Didn't your wife buy a television channel to sell things on?
I don't know. I'm probably dead. Did she? I don't
call back to a previous episode.
Oh my god.
Yeah. See, aren't you glad we did that now?
That was. Thank you, Wild Seven. Without you, I would not have known about Richard Dawkins.
All right. That is quite enough. I think most sane observers would agree.
It was dramatic.
So we must take a quick break, and we'll be right back right after this. Hey, everybody. First of all, we would like to give a big thank you to everyone who came out to our recent live show, the recording of which will be released to our patrons very soon, and to the general population sometime later. Okay, if you'd like to contact the show, you can go to wastingallthetime.com/contact, where you can fill out listener suggested scenes, questiones, suggestions for our fruit words, and all kinds of things like that. Really, I listed most of them. If you want to find us on Twitter, we are at TimeWastePod. We post fun things there from time to time, and occasionally even run like Twitter campaigns, like hashtag things. Oh gosh, if you don't know about Twitter. If you want to find us on Facebook, just search for Wasting All the Time, or we're at facebook.com/TimeWastePod. If you're really having a blast listening to this, then might I encourage you to go over to Patreon, where you can become a patron of the show for as little as $1 per month. That's patreon.com/TimeWastePod. And now, I'm going to kick it back to the show because we've got more improv to do. And we're back. All right, let's get into it with a little thing. That goes like this.
Everybody grab your little thing.
Let's move on.
It's the improv game of the week.
Well, every other week on the podcast that we're doing right now, on a weekly basis, but this is every other week, I choose an improv game and we try to play it.
Do we?
And this week's improv game is called
Murder-Suicide Pact.
Sportz Center.
That's way better.
3 players and an everyday activity like brushing your teeth or washing your car. In this game, the everyday activity is performed as if it were done at the Olympics or at a world championship.
Ooh.
One player is the athlete, and the 2 others are in a TV studio. One is the interviewer who interviews the athlete's trainer as the athlete performs the task. Usually something goes wrong and the athlete fails miserably. So it's been
a while.
quite some time. I think it's been over a year since we last played this game.
Wow.
All right.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Sports Nation Capital. I am your host, Ryan Hastenberger, and today I'm very pleased to tell you we have an incredible guest and his incredible trainer. Please welcome to the studio, Albrecht Martinson. Albrecht, thank you so much for stopping by.
Oh, it's my pleasure to be here, yeah.
I'm really excited. I think a lot of our fans and viewers are really just amazingly devoted to you and your work and your passion.
Well, I'm very gratified to hear that. It's, it's been a long time coming. This Olympic level forging of to-do lists. It is not for the weak-minded.
Herculean.
Some would say that, yeah.
And before you guys get too excited, we also have in the studio with us is Albrecht's coach and mentor for almost as long as anyone can remember, Johann Sebastian Martinson, also his father. It's an incredible story of family and devotion. Johann, how are you doing today?
Well, I'm doing very good. I have a lot of fun with this sport. And, to have my own my own flesh and blood like doing this is really, really pretty great for me. As a father and as a sport fan and as a person who just likes to be outdoors.
Which truly, you've got the best of all three worlds.
Yes. Father, sport, outdoors.
Yes, those are the only three things that really matter nowadays. So, Albrecht, can you tell us a little bit about what got you into list making as a competitive ideal?
That was me.
Well, it began, funnily enough, it's me not being a very good student in the shul, So my father said, well, what you need to do to get your grades up, young man, is to start devising a to-do list every day.
That's right. I said, focus!
Yeah. Yeah, it's been kind of touch and go, the training on this. It started off in a place that some might call abusive, but we've ironed that out since. We've worked with some very excellent sports therapists who have helped us to refine our training relationship.
Yeah, well, Albrecht has always been a very creative, extreme person, always saying things like abusive. But, it's all about the love that the father has for his child.
Right, and the sports therapist helped us to find a way through the less healthy manifestations of that to the working relationship we have today.
Any sport
as loving, father and son.
Player needs to be healthy in order to do his job.
Naturally.
Whether that's pole vault or hammer throw.
Some of the easier sports, yeah.
Or if it's, tandem bike riding, or if it's paratrooping, or if it's kayaking, or if it's to-do listing.
Yeah, the most respected sports in not only the country, but the world nowadays.
Your body is a temple and you must stop eating the junk food.
Yeah. Very little junk food, yeah.
Anymore.
So, we've all seen the documentary Checking Off the List about your kind of meteoric rise through the ranks of initial kind of amateur level listing testing competition.
That's right.
And moving into the semi-pro and pro scene. And something that they didn't touch on very much in the documentary, which I'd like to get some of your insight on, especially now, Johann, that you've kind of entered the public eye.
That's right. I've come out of hiding.
Yeah, there's a lot the public doesn't know about this. Albrecht, when you decided to enter the Australian Open for listing, that came out of nowhere. No, you weren't prepared for that. You weren't training. What happened? What drove you to that to-do list competition?
Well, it was really one of those kind of Hollywood moments. We were at the Australian Open really just to be spectators. We weren't really ready to enter competition at that time. But there just happened to be walking around, one of the other, sport agents, and he was trying to organize his to-do list for the day, and I could see him beginning to have an anxiety attack, and so I said, "Excuse me, sir, I have some secretarial ability. I can help you with that." And so I
Albrecht saved this man's life.
His life? Wow, How? Like, we've never heard about this.
Well, it's all to do with, but it's all down to the way that you organize tasks. It's all about, squeezing every minute out of the day that you can, number one.
Right.
And number two, doing so in not necessarily always the strict order of priority of importance. Sometimes you need to mix it up a little bit. You have to get a little creative and say, yes, you probably should pay your mortgage first thing, but maybe you should instead cook breakfast in the nice kitchen in your home to remind you why you pay the mortgage.
Wow. I'm stunned. I'm speechless. That is the world-class level of organization and to-do listing that we've come to expect, but to experience it firsthand is honestly nothing short of magnificent.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yes, Johan, is everything okay with this story? Is that how it went down?
Well, the way he tells it is, of course, very palatable to the common person who's listening to about to-do lists at first. But really, the story is a real life, not so clean, not so clear-cut. But, this is for the TV, so I will punish him later.
Is there anything you can share with us that might give us a little insight into the truth? Because that's really what people want, is the truth.
Albrecht has a very wild personality to him.
Yeah, he's a lady's favorite on the circuit.
This is the first time hearing this.
Sorry.
That's all right.
You are a circuit for ladies?
No, on the circuit. The ladies
you are on the circuit?
Yeah, the competition circuit.
What?
For the to-do listing.
Oh, but the ladies are there for cheerleading, or?
Well, I mean, amongst other things.
Okay. We will discuss this.
That is a lot of fascinating information. I'm sure there's so much more that you could tell us, that we could learn from you, but we'd be here all day and maybe all week.
Albrecht will make you a to-do list right now. You will make him an excellent to-do list for the sportsman. You will do it live on the television right now.
Okay.
And make up for your past failures.
All right.
Okay, he is a good to-do list guy.
The world is watching him. This is an honor of an unprecedented scale.
All right. We had spoken with the sport therapist about the putting me on the spot, but that's all right. We can do it.
The therapist is not always all-knowing, so.
Yeah. So you need. So we'll. I guess I'll take your day planner. Yeah?
Oh yeah. No. Wow.
All right. So we're looking through here. So
sorry, it's a little messy.
You should not rely on the crutch of them having a day planner. This is 2019.
He's a television man. He's
not everyone is
a day planner. Jesus Christ, Dad. All right. So I see you've got. So you got the luncheon with your.
Right.
It's your ex-wife.
And
your...
we're still friends.
Yeah. So you can do the exchange of the child, yeah?
Yep. That is my personal life. Yep.
Okay.
Good. So I'm glad you're reading it out loud.
Yeah, it's
good.
This is stalling for time because he is nervous.
So this is your weekend with the kid, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
so she's gonna drop him off.
All right. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a to-do list. So you're gonna want to get to the gas in your car so you can go meet your ex-wife.
Oh yeah, that's important.
You're gonna want to clean the back seat out so that your kid has a place to sit in your car. I don't know how messy it is, so you're gonna have to
It's really messy.
It's really messy.
really
Okay, so
messy.
we're going to move that back a little bit more in the timeline.
I didn't think
to
of that.
Clean it out.
You're so
and,
deft.
we are going to, also, we're going to have a little couple minutes. We're going to insert right here for you to go through some of your favorite pictures of your family, so you can remember why you're doing all this.
Just like that in the middle of the day?
Right, just in the middle of the day, yeah.
That's incredible.
It's a little oasis for you. And then we're going to get to the luncheon with your ex-wife. We're going to go ahead and truncate that. We're going to have that happen at a fast casual dining establishment, so you don't have to dwell on the awkwardness.
Not at Ruth Chris? You're not having it at Ruth Chris, the steakhouse?
Not at Ruth Chris, no. You're going to Chipotle.
Okay. Oh, this is a lot to wrap my head around.
Mm-hmm. So we're doing this because then you have the option of taking the burrito away with you if things get tense.
Wow.
You are thinking this is a good to-do list?
This is really good. Yeah, I like.
You are thinking that this whole to-do list he is making on the fly is actually of a good quality?
I mean,
This is despicable. This is one of the terrible jobs you have done.
What are you talking about, Dad?
I am withdrawing you from competition
What are you talking
until
about?
you can do this better and faster.
What do you want me to do, Dad?
I want you.
Do you want me to have him have lunch at Ruth Chris Steakhouse with his ex-wife?
If he wants to show off how much money he is making now that they are free, that is his prerogative.
I'm not supposed to discuss my
Even
salary.
though the happy hour is relatively reasonable.
Right, but at Ruth Chris, it's a sit-down establishment, so he's going to be trapped there for the entirety of the meal with his ex-wife, and we don't know what their relationship is like.
He says they are friends, but he wants to rub it in. I know it.
I mean, there's not a.
Where is your
See,
instinct,
Dad, this is-
Albrecht?
No,
you
but
have
this is-
failed me again.
This is your faulty instincts. Just because you and Mom can't be in the same room together anymore without you sniping at each other doesn't mean that
out of this. You just square that right out of your mouth.
He seems like a nice guy. He just wants to get his kid and go to the fucking play park.
Maybe that's all I've wanted to do either, but you are here making to-do lists.
Wow. Oh, so camera's back on me. Okay, that is a lot to take in. I'm gonna.
Which is my camera? Is it that camera 2?
That one right.
Camera 2?
No, 1 and 2 are on me.
Okay,
I've
so
got
it's 3.
4. Yeah.
Four.
So I'm gonna
Camera 4.
I'm gonna
Turn to me.
snag-
Camera 4. Turn on camera 4.
Don't do it. Just
Ladies
turn
and
the light on.
gentlemen,
There we go.
do not have kids. It's not worth it.
All right, I'm
All right, I'm gonna put on my
gonna take that date
to-do
planner
list.
back
Yeah,
real
do
quick. I'm gonna mark this off. This has been an
I'm gonna put an appointment with
Introspective.
the therapist on my to-do list.
Albert Martinson and his father, Johann Sebastian Martinson. Well, we've seen a lot. We've learned a lot. We've learned a lot about your friendly anchor himself here. We'll be back tomorrow with more insight and a little bit more on to-do listing. And next week's competitor, he's got a cheese grater. It's going to be exciting. We'll be right back.
That was tense.
That was fantastic. Also, it's like you two planned it. You dot, 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 and you both stop and just go. Oh, what is I love you tossed in too. Jesus Christ, Dad. It's very Americanism, as far as I know.
All right.
That was amazing. Which one's my camera?
Oh God! Don't have kids.
He's just mixed up, you know? He doesn't know what he wants. Doesn't know how to get what he wants.
We got a lot of history there. Maybe that's all I wanted.
Okay, well, no daddy issues here.
None whatsoever.
Let's move it right along.
Oh, yeah, we should do that.
And not look back.
Ever.
Welcome to
And I really wish before anybody gets into it that they would not put their freaking shoes on my countertop because those things are made of ants. And as everybody knows, ants don't like to disassemble things. Those machines were put there for a reason. I put them there in C++. And before anybody tells me that my semicolon is missing, I have it tattooed right on my tongue so I can say, this tastes like grammar. Just like grammar used to make, none of those roles were anything that I could have been possibly expected to put through the door. No, I said to them, this current is about 20 watts. These LEDs don't taste like cinnamon. They taste a little bit more like that kind of sprinkly stuff you get on ice cream cones, but imagine it's made of like plutonium. It's a little bit of this delectable kind of sparkle on your tongue. Before that, it turns your insides into this little bit of molten jelly. And you can mail that to yourself, and that postage is not only tax deductible, but every donation goes to buy those mongoose a new home before... Nope, that's it. That's the end. Yeah.
Yeah. Nope. Yeah.
Yeah. I know it. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's like Casey. Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Was on that point a little more whiskey or a little less?
That sums
rum?
it up.
Yeah, it does.
That's all the time we have for wasting this week.
Oh.
Did we already waste all of it?
Uh-huh.
I thought you were doing Staying Alive for a minute.
No. I mean, kind of.
That's good. I respect that.
All right. Well, until next time.
I said,
If there was anything about the show you liked in particular, then
what should they
please
do?
let us know by going to www.wastingallthetime.com/vote and let us know if something was really kind of funny.
If you felt yourself guffawing.
And if there was anything you really disliked, like loathed even, you can go ahead and tweet that to me at Jay Hansen himself. I really am never on Twitter. I never check that.
John
and
doesn't
so
know
you
what
can,
Twitter is.
Yeah, apparently, like, there's a bird involved. I don't know. Modern technology baffles me. So you can just go ahead and shout into the void there and make yourself feel better.
Yeah.
Helps me.
Yeah. But until next episode, my name is Dave.
I'm John.
I'm Cody.
And we wasted all of the time.
Show enough.
Bon voyage.
Good night, folks.
Congratulations, you've made it to the end of another episode of Wasting All the Time, a podcast. If you enjoyed this show, then please consider subscribing on Apple Podcasts or Stitcher, or follow us on Spotify. If you really enjoyed the show, then head on over to patreon.com/timewastepod and become a supporter of our time-wasting efforts. Now, that was a lot of things I just threw at you, so if you forget all that, just head on over to wastingallthetime.com. And there, we have all the answers.
Every time with that, I can't time it. I just gotta shoot in the dark and hope the thing starts at the right time. Every time.
Uh-huh. You just can't.
Yeah. Kind of sums up my whole life. Just can't.
Just can't. And it will be Morbid Vendors.
Spelled incorrectly, too.
Morbid Vendors.
Oh, it is. Wow.
This was put together by volunteers.
Mm.
They suck.
Oh.
That was a twist.
It was good. I thought you were being complimentary, and then you were being a dick.
Off the Dice pulls up a chair with tabletop gamers to chat about subjects that are not always about gaming. Questions may be random and off the mark, but all in the spirit of fun and getting to know one another. Guests can vary from regulars in the tabletop gaming community to other great people who love to game. I mean, don't we all? Off the Dice is a Time to Tabletop production hosted by creator, producer, game master, and head rock star of Time to Tabletop, Scooter Hamilton. New episodes drop every other Friday, so pull up a chair and let's talk Off the Dice. Off the Dice is a Time to Tabletop production, building community through the language of gaming.